All right, Michelle, thanks a lot. Violence and crime scenes. These are images seen too often in some Birmingham neighborhoods. So, enter new police chief Patrick Smith. We talked to him last Thursday. His job is strategic and operational. Now, backing up the chief on the community level is this man right here. His name is Brandon Johnson. He is the subject of my CBS 42 Backseat conversation. From the mayor's office, a new face hired to help make the city safer. At Birmingham City Hall is where we met up with Brandon Johnson. He is not a familiar face nor a household name, but he's an important Mayor Randall Woodfin hire to partner with the police chief to make Birmingham households safer.
We're looking at this as functioning across the spectrum with three key nodes or areas: prevention, enforcement, and reentry. So we're taking a public health approach to violence. This is not something that law enforcement alone can solve. So it's all hands on deck.
As the director of the Office of Community Engagement, Johnson is charged with going into communities and working with neighborhood leaders to find ways of preventing crime.
I think that people are frustrated and uneasy about the persistent presence of violence in their community. And they're ready for something to be done, but I think encouraging, they're ready to support efforts as well.
In his early visits to communities, Johnson says he's found people are not only frustrated with crime, many of them also have a beef with police.
Residents need to feel comfortable working with their law enforcement because they pay their salaries and they only have jobs to help them.
You need the community to also be responsive to what police are doing.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we are going to be doing is relaunching the Citizens Police Academy.
So people know the procedures, policies, and legal limitations of police officers. Something Johnson and I talked about when we arrived on Francis Avenue Southwest, where a man in his 20s was found shot to death in the street a week ago.
For the people that were not involved in this incident but live on this block, I can only imagine the anxiety and the angst that comes from knowing somebody lost their life on your block.
And how do you ensure them that things are going to be better?
Well, that is where our partnership with law enforcement is becoming, is going to be really, really important. They are part of the team. So we are right now looking at different technologies, different investigative techniques that we think will give us the ability to catch and convict shooters.
Now, Johnson goes on to say they can't arrest their way out of this crime problem, nor do they want to. He says there's nothing positive about putting people in jail when you can prevent it. So not only is the city relaunching the Police Citizens Academy this month, in fact, they're also bringing back the Police Youth Academy, and Johnson's really excitedly about working with the community.
I can imagine. So there seem to be so many things happening right now, what with this new leadership coming into Birmingham, that are really getting people excited and hopeful about the future.
Yeah, even opening up a new place in the community where he's going to be working out of. So looking forward to see what happens with him. Certainly, we want to get this crime problem down.
Absolutely. Always enjoy these backseat conversations, getting to know people a little bit better.